From being sick, homebound, and in bed for several weeks, losing several family members unexpectedly within months of each other, to balancing life as a single divorced mom of three, I had my fair share of stress, loneliness, and grief. During that time of transition, that's when A Caring Voice for You was created, a nationwide support service for anyone going through stress, loneliness, grief, and honestly, anything in between. Life can be tough, and having conversations about the challenges we are faced with can make the difference. We all have our ups and downs, so why not share strategies on how to overcome what we are up against? Welcome to Conversations with Davina, Becoming an Overcomer.
Welcome, everyone. And I'm just so happy that you're all here tonight. We have a great session lined up, and I can't wait to share with you what we have in store. So, if you know someone who could use a little encouragement or inspiration, feel free to share our channel with them. It's always better when we can support each other, lift each other up, and just let them know that you're there for them. And please feel free to jump in the comments to share your thoughts as we go. I'd love to hear what resonates with you and how you have been inspired by our show. If you haven't met me yet, I'm Davina. I am the founder of A Caring Voice for You. And our mission is to provide support and encouragement to anyone going through stress, loneliness, grief, or major life changes. We are nationwide. So if you need support, feel free to reach out to us. So, whatever you're facing, we want you to know that you are not alone. Tonight, I am excited to introduce our guest, Donavon Campbell. Donovan is a certified health and creative life coach with so much to offer. He is a talented author, songwriter, singer, songwriting educator, and motivational speaker. He is passionate about helping others live purposefully, fulfilling their lives. So, um, we do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are here to just share conversations, to lift each other up and connect. So, afterwards, our show, you're welcome to join us for our private support group where you can keep the conversation going in a safe and supportive community. We have plenty of people there to support and just talk about things that you may be going through, or if you are just the type of person who like to listen and be supported that way, feel free to join us as well. You can visit caringvoiceforyou.com to learn more and save your spot. So let's give a big welcome to tonight's guest, Donavon Campbell. Thank you so much, Donovan, for joining us today.
I thank you for the invitation and for the opportunity to share with you and your audience.
I appreciate that. So, Donovan is such an inspiration and an amazing person. And I am so thankful that you're able to just come on and share a little bit about your story to help just let others know to have hope and to move on. Can you start by just sharing a little bit about yourself so that the audience can get to know you?
Okay, so I am from the Caribbean, Jamaica to the exact, but currently live in Canada with my family. And I love to be creative. I love to inspire people, motivate people, and to educate people. Yeah, with my talents and skill set, based on the words of God.
That's beautiful. I love that that you use and you mix, your creative work as well as the Word of God and your knowledge about health and wellness together for your work. So, can you share what inspired you to do that? What inspired you to kind of merge everything together and use that for the
Wow.
good to help people?
Ah, that's a long story
Okay.
because um it didn't just happen overnight. For me being a gospel recording artist, it's after 15 years writing songs. I
Wow.
went to the studio, 15 years writing songs.
Okay.
And those songs I still didn't record them. I still have them into a book. because
Hmm.
every day fresh inspiration come to me. That is after 15 years. I start going to the studio, and then from then I become a gospel recording artist. Um, 2020, in the art of pandemic, um, I was searching for something to do online, while working, because I go to work throughout the pandemic. But I challenge myself because I love to challenge myself for something new, new development, new growth. And my wife was the one who told me that you always encourage people and you are a people person and so forth. I just said, why not do life coaching? Because people always appreciate your next sport. And she was the one who really um, bring that awareness to me that I can go and learn and to make myself be more better how to help people. So it's over the years process lead me to where I'm at right now.
Wow. So, for those of you who are listening that maybe doing something, you don't see fruition of your work just yet. Donovan, he shared 15 years of writing songs and just, holding on, understanding that these songs and these melodies and things were coming to him, but he didn't see the fruit of his labor just yet. So, definitely have hope in knowing that if you're doing something and you don't see, just the expectation that you're looking for in your work, to hold on and keep going, and don't give up in it, because eventually it will come. So thank you so
Yeah,
much for sharing
yeah,
that.
yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. I for me, it's always good. I reach a stage in my life where I am very intentional about in identifying my purpose,
Hmm.
understand how my purpose works, and do my purpose, fulfill my purpose.
That's awesome. So I'm glad you shared that you're navigating your purpose in life. How do you kind of understand what your purpose is? There's a lot of people who are struggling with just understanding what is their purpose of life, and
Mm,
knowing what are they here for. Like, from day to day, you're living, you wake up, you're breathing, you're eating, sleeping, you do your regular routine. But
mhm, mhm.
how did you kind of resonate what your purpose is?
Mm.
I know that's a deep
Wow,
question,
that's a
but break
very
it
deep
down the best that you can.
question. Now I'm going into a coaching session with you and your audience.
Okay. Well, just give us a little dose of what you
Okay.
can inspire us with, and our
Um,
audience definitely can reach out to you.
for me personally,
Hmm.
um, especially last year with the songwriting, I realized that I have the gift of writing, and me writing these music, I write it based on my experience with God. So it is basically my testimonies.
Hmm.
And I have discovered that my testimonies are my stories, not for me alone, is to share with other people, to inspire other people, to motivate other people with my story. So so I identified that, and then I take it to another level, because me just writing these music or gospel music over the years, it only benefiting me. And our purpose in life should not just is not just to benefit us alone, it is to benefit others. So a person, my advice is that a person needs to really sit down and think about what he or she enjoy talking about day and night. Number one. Number two, what do you enjoy doing day and night, and you're not tired of doing it? It is so natural, something that just becomes effortless for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
by navigating those two questions, it will lead to your purpose.
that's beautiful. So I definitely get it, and I think that's very helpful to know those two qualities and things to kind of ponder upon. Um, but you mentioned something which I can definitely relate to is your faith. So within my faith, that's how I kind of figured things out. And it's a daily walk. It's a daily thing that you need to reflect on, and it doesn't happen like you said overnight. And it's
Mhm.
something that you, for me, it took day in and day out to kind of just reflect and realize, all right, is this where my purpose and my passion lies, and how
Mhm.
do I continue to move forward in that? But
Mhm.
it's a daily walk, and it's a daily reflection to continue to find out what your purpose is. So,
Yeah,
yeah, thank you for kind of giving that um, to us to help us understand and reflect on.
sure. For sure. You're welcome. And one more advice I will give
Hmm.
when 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 you identify your purpose, you're going to see other people that definitely doing your purpose, and you need to learn from those persons too that will help you individually to fulfill your purpose.
Hmm. That's
So what I'm saying in a nutshell, be around people that is contributing to your purpose, and stay away from people who are not contributing to your purpose. Because
yes.
being around with people on the right hand side that is contributing to your purpose is elevating you, and being around people who is not contributing to your purpose on the left hand side is destroying your purpose.
Yeah, I definitely agree to be around and surrounded by people who are going to lift you up. Because often, if you have people that's negative or not going to help build you up, they will often bring you down and take away from your purpose, your dreams, and what you're inspiring to do. So, absolutely. Let me ask you a little bit about just you've done a lot. You're very successful, but what has been like your biggest challenge that you faced on your journey? I know we all want to be successful. We all want to
Mm,
have these things that we aspire to do. But
mm,
what were your biggest challenges that you faced on your journey? And how did you overcome those challenges that you faced?
that's a very good question. Very, very good question. Um, I would say my biggest challenge was to come out of my comfort zone, because in order for me to be a better person or the better version of myself, I cannot stay into a comfort zone. In order to in order to develop and grow, it cannot happen into a comfort zone. And as I shared before, for 15 years doing that, I was in my comfort zone. But going to the studio, I started to come out of my comfort zone, recording songs, whether in the day or night, going on stage, ministering to people from different walks of life, whether it's going to be a concert, a banquet, or a fundraising, different crowds. That's another coming out of my comfort zone. But it starts from the first step from me to go to the recording studio. And by coming out of my comfort zone, I see so much possibilities. My mind, God just blow my mind over and over. Because come on, 15 years? You know, So much things happen in 15 years. If it wasn't for God's grace and mercy towards me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here sharing with you and your audience.
So it was your walk of faith and just being obedient, taking it step by step and to move forward in your journey. Um,
Um,
that's go on. It's powerful, but go on.
yeah, I have discovered that I would say a lot of people, or most people, we 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 are prisoned by our comfort zone. We are the one who create our own prisons by staying into our comfort zone.
Yes, I agree
We
with
we
you.
we 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 want we desire to be successful, we desire to be wealthy and all of these things, but staying in the comfort zone, it not gonna happen.
Hmm. Like, what steps are you going to take to get out of that comfort zone and do what you had that inspiration to do? If you want to succeed, how are you going to move forward with that?
That's it and it's a step by step, because for me, I'm a strongly believer in God. I strongly believe in the Bible. And for me, the whole creation story, Genesis chapter 1, it speaks great values for me. It is very, very deep. Because when you talk about step by step, God didn't create the world within one day. It was a step by step, day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, day six. And every day he creates something new. For every day something new. I hope this is speaking high volume to your audience that are watching or listening.
For sure, for sure. That if God made the world in several days and it took him steps, our lives are not going to just quickly move to where the level that we want it to be. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience for us. And that, I think that's the hard part, is being patient. I know it was for me. You want all these things and you want things to happen so quickly. I think in the world that we live in, we have a microwave and all these quick things that happen. But the patience that it takes to believe in yourself and to also just realize that things are going to take time and to just be okay with that.
Yeah, 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 I agree with you. And this is something that I personally apply to my life whenever I'm doing anything at all. That I keep in mind that it process is everything. Process is everything. So what I do personally, I know that I desire a outcome. I desire a result. But in order to get the desired result, I have to go through the process. I am an author of 3 books. My first book that I co-authored with my wife, that took us about 5 years. But for me personally, I have learned lessons and I have gained blessings through the process. Because of that first experience of co-author with my wife, the first book, the process becomes natural for me to create my second book, my third book, and God's willing, I'm looking forward for a fourth book. The process become easy because I have learned the lessons and gain the blessings from the process of the first one. So, what am I saying here? We're living to a world, as you said before, it is a world that love microwave. We love the slip finger and it happened. If we're going to if we're going to keep on have that mindset and approach for the rest of our life, we're going to miss the lessons and miss the blessings from the process.
Wow.
I know that's
That's,
deep. I just said I was.
yeah, that is very deep. You don't want to miss that. Wow. Okay. Let me
So
dive in.
so
Oh, go on.
go ahead.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. Go on. You
So
had something to say, so that's good.
so so I keeping it real with you. For me, um where I talk about the first book with my wife, I went through I when we were dating, because the book started while we were dating. We didn't marry us yet. And that's not common for a couple that is dating to write a book or start a book. But how the book happened is that the book started is that while I was dating, um, I was I was going through pre-marriage counseling, and it was the counseling was supposed to be, I think, 3 months or 4 months. And I told my wife that I want this counseling to be for year, 1 year. And my wife didn't happy when I say that, but I told her I don't want to be rushed going into marriage because I'm going into marriage for a lifetime, not for part time, lifetime. Because for me, my love for God and my Christian walk is lifetime. And marriage is not of her, and marriage is not of me, and marriage is not of the world. It is from God. So she finally calmed down, ladies. And she said, okay then. And through that 1 year of marriage counsel, the book concept came up. And
Wow.
other things that I discovered from her and she discovered about me. So that's why I said when we when we rush going into things and don't go through the process, we are missing the lessons and we are missing blessings.
Yeah. That's powerful that you shared that. And a lot of people would not have taken that step and that extra amount of time to get to know one another, which is that's beautiful to really get to know one another to okay.
That is quick. This is the book right here.
Wow. Our life's journey.
Yeah.
That's amazing that that you took that extra step to get to know one another and to build that foundation, because in a marriage you need that foundation. And thank you for sharing that book, so our audience can see. If they're interested in it, they can definitely get that.
Yeah. And it's available on Amazon. So
Okay.
persons can just go and just type in Our Life's Journey
Mhm.
by Donavon Campbell and Donavon Campbell.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. So let's dive in a little bit more. What advice would you give to someone who feels stuck? If they're struggling to tap into their creative side or take the first step toward wellness, what would you share with them on? I know you shared a little bit, but I know you said step by step, but what are some, maybe one or two concrete things that you can share with them on what they could do?
You're asking me some real good key questions, and I appreciate that because it is helping me, and I know for sure it is helping you, and also it's helping your audience. So we all are learning and gaining here. But my first approach would be awareness. Awareness. Be aware where you are. Be aware why are you stuck, and and once you identify where you are and why you're stuck, the next step would be what are your action steps to move you from where you are to where you desire to be. So awareness, and then action steps.
All
And
right.
I would put in between before I go to action steps, I would call it a plan. So I would say awareness, the plan, and then action step.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that a lot of people, they are aware where they are, and some are stuck, as you said, from there, and some have moved from stuck to plan, and some are stuck at plan because they are not willing to do the action.
Very true.
So,
Very true.
so it's a three steps approach.
Mm-hmm.
Be aware, have a plan, and have action steps.
All right. Our audience, write that down. Those are some really good nuggets that he just shared on how to move forward if you feel stuck. So those three tips, they're awesome. So I'm interested to hear a little
Yeah,
bit more. Oh, go on.
go ahead. For me, those three steps, I
Mm-hmm.
call them um, uh, kingdom principle steps. The 3-step principle. You have God the
Mm-hmm.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't stay on that one for the entire day with you or night with you and the
Yes.
audience, but it can't beat that. Can't beat that because I applied. Okay, um, for example, those 3 steps. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
a person have a problem. Okay, identify the problem. Awareness. Identify the problem. Okay, identify the problem. Second, what is the solution? Or solutions can be more than one, but I'll just take it singular. What is the solution? Be specific. Okay, you identify the solution. What are you going to do with the solution? The solution require action. If you don't do the third one, you're still going to have the problem. You're still going to have the solution, but without the third one action, that's what will make the difference
Mm-hmm.
because you put the solution to action.
These are some powerful tips that you're sharing. Yeah, I totally agree. You have to, in order to move forward, you have to have all three. And without them, um, often you're not going to be successful in whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm
Whatever,
curious.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what's next for you as far as like in your work. do you have any projects or the songs that you're working on? I know you talked about a fourth book, which hopefully is coming soon, but can you share with our
That's right.
audience what you're working on and how they can get in contact with you?
Um, I will I will share this that I'm doing for January. Yeah. I will send you the flyers so probably you can put it into your editing version. So
Okay.
this flyer here, um, I'm doing a Wisdom Talk series for the entire month of January,
Wow.
and it's the first I'm going to do such, and I'm excited, super excited about it, and I'm humbled about it. So that's a very very big project.
Hmm.
And the reason why I'm doing this, God, God laid on my mind and and in my heart to do it. And people, we need wisdom. And there are two types of wisdom. In the book of James, chapter 3, it talks about two types of wisdom, and he gives the definition for the two types of wisdom. I know people in generally say Proverbs is the book of wisdom and all of that and all of that. And I agree.
Hmm.
And for me, the book of Proverbs is the most powerful coaching book.
Hmm.
The most powerful, how should I say, it is the powerfulest coaching book, the book of Proverbs in the Bible. It coach about personal development and growth. It coach around family life, around ministry, and as entrepreneur, all four areas. And that's why it makes me so really humble and excited to share with my guests and my audience for the entire month of January 2025.
That's cool. That is I, definitely something big. It's a huge project that you're undertaking, but I think it's going to touch so many people's lives and make a huge difference in just what you're sharing and what you all are going to talk about. I'm definitely going to tune in. So thank you for sharing that. Uh, how can they get in touch with you if they want to learn more about what you're doing or even just attend the 31 Days of Wisdom in January?
Okay, so it is a virtual event, and I'm going to live stream it through my Facebook business page. So my Facebook page is Coach Donavon DC. I repeat it, Coach Donavon DC. That's the page on Facebook that I'm going to do the live stream on.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show and for joining me today and sharing your story. Um, you have been such an inspiration, and I think just having a real deep conversation and for you sharing your journey and being honest with us definitely have inspired me and have given me, as well as I would say maybe just our audience, something to ponder on and to reflect on to make changes in their life to move forward in areas that they're stuck or in areas that they may need wellness in. So I appreciate that. Um, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it. So until next time, everyone, take care and thank you so much for listening. If you're interested in learning more about A Caring Voice for You, please visit us at caringvoiceforyou.com or any of our social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at A Caring Voice for You. Until next time, everyone, take care.